Okay, good, Eleanor. So I guess we have a settlement then for $105,000. Dr. Smith will pay Ted $105,000. And I think that's a good settlement. So thank you.
Well, I think we have consensus about the number. And I think, I've talked with the carrier and I think that's fine with them. But the one thing that we need to just circle back on, and I need to do this, is I have to talk to Dr. Smith because of the provision in the policy that requires the doctor's consent for the settlement of a med mal case. So I will do that, and I think we've got a deal.
Okay, thanks.
So John, I want to talk to you because I did talk with Dr. Smith, and unfortunately, he has a concern about the reporting to the data bank. As you know, when a settlement of a med mal case occurs, it gets reported to the data bank, and the amount is reported there. And he's been talking to his colleagues, and what he understands is if the number is over 100,000, then that is perceived in the medical community as pretty significant, and it impacts his ability to contract with hospitals and certainly his credentialing, and he anticipates that's going to raise a lot of questions. So I can still do this deal, but I can't do it at 105. I can do it at 99.
Look, I'll run that by Ted. I obviously am required to run it by Ted, but I'm not going to recommend that.
John, you're kidding me. Are you going to walk away from this over $6,000? It's like, it's been 2 years of discovery. You've got all these expenses coming up. It's going to be, to try this case is going to be more than the $6,000 difference.
Look, Eleanor, I said I'd run it by my client, but I'm not going to recommend it. You and I agreed on 105 as a reasonable number. I think it is a reasonable number. It was kind of low, but reasonable. It was in the range of reasonable. We agreed on it subject to Dr. Smith's consent. And I think the person who needs to think about this is Dr. Smith. Is he going to walk away from a settlement for $6,000? And if he chooses to do so, then we're all set. But I'll have to ask my client and get back to you.